AstroVastu Blueprint for Virgo Rising, Kanya Lagna Mercurial Precision, Earthy Order, Friction-Free Living Environments. 1. First House, Lagna Zone, Operational Order. Virgo Rising is ruled by Mercury, grounded in Earth. This makes the home an extension of the nervous system and digestive intelligence. Virgo does not need stimulation or dominance. Virgo needs systems that work quietly and consistently. When the overall house lacks order, the damage is subtle but relentless. Background anxiety, chronic self-criticism, digestive and skin sensitivity, feeling on edge without a clear cause. The Lagna zone must feel clean, predictable, and mentally navigable. If the house creates friction, Virgo internalizes it as personal failure. 2. Second house, main entrance, sensory hygiene gate. This zone governs how much sensory information Virgo absorbs daily. North supports routine, clarity, and livelihood through Mercury. East supports alertness without overstimulation. When the entrance is cluttered or visually noisy, anxiety increases before the day even begins. Mental bandwidth drains early. Virgo feels overwhelmed without knowing why. A clean, neutral, well-defined entrance protects Virgo from sensory overload. Third house, living room, functional interaction zone. This space governs how Virgo processes people and conversations. Virgo prefers clarity over drama. Undefined layouts and visual chaos exhaust Mercury. When aligned, conversations feel purposeful. Social interaction feels manageable. The mind stays organized. When misaligned, social fatigue, overanalysis of conversations, irritability after interaction. This zone teaches Virgo how to engage without depletion. 4. Fourth house, inner stability and mental safety. This zone governs emotional calm through predictability. Virgo does not require emotional intensity, it requires environmental reliability. Sudden changes, clutter, or inconsistent layouts destabilize the nervous system. If disturbed, restlessness, worry loops, emotional tension expressed physically. When stabilized, this zone allows Virgo to relax without monitoring everything. 5. Fifth house, creativity and mental play. This zone governs how Virgo relaxes mentally. Virgo's creativity is methodical, not dramatic. Overstimulating or chaotic expression blocks joy. When balanced, creativity feels satisfying, learning becomes playful, confidence grows through mastery. When blocked, perfectionism, loss of joy, fear of making mistakes. 6. Sixth house, kitchen and digestive intelligence. For Virgo rising, digestion equals mental clarity. The kitchen regulates gut health, anxiety levels, cognitive sharpness. When aligned, thoughts settle, energy stabilizes, health improves gradually. When misplaced or cluttered, digestive issues, heightened anxiety, obsessive thinking. This zone determines whether Mercury feels supported or irritated. 7th house, master bedroom, nervous system reset. This is the most important zone for Virgo rising. Virgo struggles not with effort, but with switching off. If the bedroom is wrong, insomnia, chronic worry, feeling never fully rested. When aligned, thoughts slow naturally, sleep deepens, self-criticism softens. This is where Virgo learns that rest is not inefficiency. 8. 8th house, storage, tools, and mental residue. This zone governs hidden clutter and unresolved details. Virgo is highly sensitive to what is unfinished. Disorganized storage amplifies background stress. When balanced, mental clarity improves, anxiety reduces, focus sharpens. When neglected, obsessive thoughts, feeling behind despite effort, fatigue. 9. 9th house, belief systems and mental trust. This zone governs how Virgo trusts its own intelligence. Without coherence here, Virgo doubts even correct decisions. When aligned, confidence stabilizes, learning integrates smoothly, self-trust grows. When blocked, overanalysis, fear of mistakes, loss of perspective. 10. 10th house, work from home and competence zone. This is Virgo's power center. Virgo thrives when tasks are sequenced, tools are accessible, systems feel controllable. When aligned, productivity feels calm, efficiency increases, recognition follows naturally. When misaligned, burnout, feeling inadequate despite effort, chronic stress. 11th house, systems, support and flow. This zone governs how effort converts into results. Virgo needs predictable systems, not chaotic networking. When balanced, support feels reliable, goals progress steadily, mental load reduces. When blocked, feeling unsupported, frustration with systems, overworking. 12th house, release, silence, and non-doing. This zone teaches Virgo the core lesson: you don't have to fix everything right now. It governs mental rest, letting go, healing. When aligned, anxiety dissolves, sleep improves, perspective returns. When disturbed, rumination, exhaustion, escapist tendencies. Core AstroVastu principle for Virgo rising. AstroVastu for Virgo is about removing friction, not adding force. When your home keeps the north clean and functional, grounds the southwest, orders the east, simplifies the northeast. Mercury expresses as calm intelligence, healthy digestion, precision without anxiety, service without self-criticism. A Virgo home must solve problems before Virgo notices them. AstroVastu Blueprint for Virgo Rising. Mercurial precision, earthy order, friction-free living environments. 1. First house, Lagna zone, operational order. For you as a Virgo rising, the home is not an emotional theater or a power stage. It is an operating system. Mercury rules your nervous system. Earth anchors it through digestion and routine. You don't need stimulation, inspiration, or dominance. You need systems that work quietly, predictably, and without friction. When the overall house lacks order, the damage doesn't arrive dramatically, it accumulates. Background anxiety hums, self-criticism sharpens, digestion and skin react. You feel on edge without a clear cause. I always tell Virgo natives this: if your space creates friction, you will internalize it as personal failure. Your Lagna zone must feel clean, navigable, and immediately understandable. Pathways should be obvious. Surfaces should be purposeful. Nothing should ask your mind to keep checking, adjusting, or correcting. When this zone works, you relax. Not because you're doing nothing, but because nothing needs fixing. 2. Second house, main entrance, sensory hygiene gate. This is where your nervous system meets the world. Virgo absorbs detail instantly. The entrance therefore governs how much sensory information you carry into the day. North supports routine, clarity, and livelihood through Mercury. East supports alertness without overstimulation. When the entrance is cluttered, visually noisy, or poorly defined, anxiety rises before the day even begins. Mental bandwidth drains early. You feel overwhelmed without knowing why. I recommend a neutral, orderly, well-lit threshold. Nothing dramatic, nothing decorative for its own sake. A clean entrance protects you from sensory overload before it reaches your system. 3. Third house, living room, functional interaction zone. This is how you process people. You prefer clarity over drama. Undefined layouts, mixed visual languages, or chaotic furniture placement exhaust you socially. You may not say it, but you feel it. When aligned, conversations feel purposeful. Social interaction feels manageable. Your mind stays organized even after engagement. When misaligned, social fatigue appears quickly. You replay conversations, overanalyze tone, and feel irritable after interaction. This zone teaches you how to engage without depletion, through structure, not avoidance. Nana 4. Fourth house, inner stability and mental safety. This is where your nervous system finally stands down. You don't require emotional intensity or expression here. You require environmental reliability. Sudden changes, clutter, or inconsistent layouts destabilize you deeply, even if the emotions involved seem minor. When disturbed, restlessness sets in. Worry loops appear. Emotional tension expresses itself physically. When stabilized through predictability, repetition, and consistency, you finally relax without monitoring everything. This is where you learn that calm does not come from control, it comes from trusting the environment. House 5. Fifth house, creativity and mental play. This is where your mind rests by working gently. Your creativity is methodical, not dramatic. Overstimulating or chaotic expression blocks joy and pushes you into perfectionism. You begin to fear mistakes instead of enjoying mastery. When balanced, creativity feels satisfying. Learning becomes playful. Confidence grows through competence rather than validation. This space reminds you that joy does not have to be messy to be real. 6. Sixth house, kitchen and digestive intelligence. For Virgo rising, digestion is mental clarity. The kitchen regulates gut health, anxiety levels, and cognitive sharpness. When this zone is aligned, clean counters, logical storage, easy routines, thoughts settle, energy stabilizes, and health improves gradually but unmistakably. When cluttered or disordered, digestive issues rise alongside obsessive thinking and heightened anxiety. I often say, when the kitchen is irritated, Mercury is irritated. This zone determines whether your intelligence feels supported or constantly under pressure. 7. Seventh house, master bedroom, nervous system reset. This is the most important zone for you. You don't struggle with effort, you struggle with switching off. If the bedroom is visually busy, poorly organized, or mentally stimulating, your system never fully powers down. Insomnia, chronic worry, and the feeling of never being fully rested follow. When aligned, thoughts slow naturally. Sleep deepens. Self-criticism softens. This is where you learn a crucial lesson. Rest is not inefficiency, it is maintenance. 8. Eighth house, storage, tools, and mental residue. This zone mirrors unfinished business. You are acutely sensitive to what is incomplete. Disorganized storage, forgotten tools, or unresolved details amplify background stress. Even if you don't consciously think about them, they keep your mind on. When balanced, mental clarity improves and anxiety reduces. Focus sharpens. When neglected, obsessive thoughts arise and you feel behind despite effort. Clearing this space is not about minimalism, it is about closing loops. 9. Ninth house, belief systems and mental trust. This space governs how much you trust your own intelligence. Without coherence here, you doubt even correct decisions. Overanalysis replaces confidence. Perspective narrows. When aligned, learning integrates smoothly and self-trust grows quietly but firmly. This zone teaches you that wisdom is not knowing more. It is knowing when enough is enough. Fahen, 10th house, work from home and competence zone. This is your true power center. You thrive when tasks are sequenced, tools are accessible, and systems feel controllable. When aligned, productivity feels calm. Efficiency increases without urgency. Recognition follows naturally because competence is visible. When misaligned, burnout appears. You feel inadequate despite effort. Chronic stress becomes the baseline. This zone must support your intelligence, not test it constantly. 11th house, systems, support, and flow. This zone governs how effort converts into results. You do not need chaotic networking or unpredictable support. You need reliable systems. When balanced, progress feels steady, support feels dependable, and mental load reduces. When blocked, frustration with systems increases, overworking becomes the default, and resentment quietly builds. This space reminds you that effort should not always be heroic. Year 12. 12th house, release, silence, and non-doing. This zone teaches you your core lesson. You don't have to fix everything right now. It governs mental rest, letting go, and healing. When aligned, anxiety dissolves, sleep improves, and perspective returns. When disturbed, rumination intensifies, exhaustion deepens, and escapist tendencies emerge. Here, non-doing is not neglect. It is integration. AstroVastu for Virgo Rising is about removing friction, not adding force. When your home keeps the north clean and functional, grounds the southwest, orders the east, and simplifies the northeast, Mercury expresses as calm intelligence, healthy digestion, precision without anxiety, and service without self-criticism. A Virgo home must solve problems before you even notice them.